Hi everyone, welcome to a session from EDvantage Learn. Today we're going to talk about growth mindset, one of the buzzwords globally. All corporates, big industries trying to adopt the concept of growth mindset. Today we'll take you through the concept of growth mindset and give you a view of what growth mindset can actually do. Growth mindset is a word coined by Dr. Carol Dweck, a Stanford University professor who has decades of experience doing research on mindset. She has worked with thousands of people with different age groups, and we will go through a few examples today. Her book Mindset is one of the most talked about books in the last few years, and people are trying to explore and learn from the book itself. Before we talk about the fixed or the growth mindset, let us understand what is mindset. Most of us believe that we are born with innate talent, and when we do something for the first time, and if we are not good at it, we believe we don't have the talent. I'm sure all of us can resonate to this. Trying something for the first time, feeling and believing we're not good at it. Another belief with most of us we have is we need to understand that people who are good at something were not always good at it. Out here, let me give you an example of Jim Quick, known as the super brain, who currently works with the biggest names in the industry. And to name one, he's worked with the Avengers crew and trained them as to how they could remember their lines quicker. But Jim was not always like this. When he was young, he had a problem learning new things and reading as well. It took him additional 3 years to start reading properly. At a young age, he met with an accident, and in school, he was often called the boy with the broken brain. And today, with effort, he is known as a super brain. Jim can remember anything instantly. You give him 100 digits randomly, and he can remember that instantly. And he can not only narrate the number from the beginning till the end, but he can also repeat the word from the end till the beginning. We need to understand that people who are good at something were not always good at it. Carol Dweck's focus has also been as to why some people work hard and some people fail to do it. So now we understand what is mindset. Let's understand what is a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset comes from a belief that our qualities are carved in a stone. Who you are is who you are. Period. We all have that belief, right? You try something for the first time, you're not good at it. Sometimes you don't try things because you believe you don't have the talent. Another fixed mindset. Characteristics such as intelligence, personality, and creativity are fixed traits rather than something that can be developed. We sometimes believe that what we are born with, and that cannot be developed. That is a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset says things are the way they are, and they are unchangeable. Now we have a brief overview of what a fixed mindset is. Let's look at a growth mindset. Growth mindset comes from a belief that your basic qualities are things that can grow with effort. So your qualities can grow with effort. People differ greatly in aptitude, talent, interest, or temperaments, but everyone can change and grow through application and experience. So you can easily understand the difference between the growth and the fixed mindset. A fixed mindset tend to create limitations, whereas growth mindset look for opportunities to develop. Let's look at growth mindset and fixed mindset and understand the difference between the two. In a fixed mindset, when it comes to desire, a person with a fixed mindset believes that I'll stick to what I know. Either I'm good at it or I'm not. But when it comes to desire, a growth mindset, a person believes, I want to learn new things. I'm eager to take risk. So you can see the subtle difference in the fixed and the growth mindset here itself when it comes to desire. Let's take another example when it comes to the skills. It's fine the way it is. There's nothing to change. A fixed mindset believes, okay, I cannot change things. Things are the way it is. But when it comes to a growth mindset, a person believes, is this really my best work? What else can I improve? So you see, a person with a growth mindset is always looking out for more opportunities. When it comes to effort, a person with a fixed mindset believes that putting effort is a waste of time. There's a lot to figure out. Remember, in life, nothing comes easy. You need to put effort and hard work. So a person with a growth mindset, I know this will help me even though it's difficult. Remember, it's only when you get out of your comfort zone that's when learning begins. The next, when it comes to setbacks, a person with a fixed mindset think it's easier to give up. I'm really not smart. Can you connect to the first point that the first slide that we spoke about? I'm really not smart. That's just an excuse that you're giving. But a person with a growth mindset, he'll think, I'll use another strategy. My mistakes help me learn. So when things are difficult, it's the people who are strong that actually move, right? And people with a growth mindset. The next one is with feedbacks. A person with a fixed mindset says, this work is so boring, I don't like it. When you get a feedback, you're very defensive about it. But a person with a growth mindset recognizes the mistake and they know exactly what they need to do to fix it. And the last one, when it comes to talented peers, the reaction. A person with a fixed mindset will say, it's easy for him or her, they were born smart. Right? Now, a person with a growth mindset, I wonder how did they do it? Let me try and figure it out. So you see, they're always looking for opportunities to develop and grow. So now here you can see the difference between a fixed and a growth mindset. Let's take a look at a video and understand the difference between a growth and a fixed mindset.
There are two types of mindset we can cultivate. One that embraces problems as opportunities to learn, and one that avoids them, often out of fear to fail. People that avoid conflicts can be described as having a fixed mindset. Those who see problems as interesting challenges have a growth mindset. Sometimes we like to switch from one to the other. People have a fixed mindset because they believe that basic qualities like intelligence or talents are fixed traits and that these traits are responsible for success. They often like to document past achievements. With a growth mindset, people believe that new abilities can be developed through practice. This view creates the love for learning that most great leaders and artists have in common. For them, life becomes an exciting journey with endless opportunity to figure out new things and advance. To develop a growth mindset, Dr. Carol Dweck, the Stanford University professor who coined the term, advises leaders, teachers, and parents to celebrate trying. Teachers should applaud students for any grade if they studied hard. Parents should encourage their children to develop any new skill they are interested in. Doing this will make them learn the skill of learning, which will also help them back in the classroom. To illustrate the difference in everyday life, let's observe two imaginary kids. Jay thinks you've either got it or you haven't. Anne knows that she can learn anything if she wants it enough. At physical exercise, Jay avoids challenges. When it's time to jump over the vaulting horse, he's afraid to look stupid and be laughed at. Anne embraces any challenge. It's exciting. It's fun. She knows that failing is part of learning, and if she tries hard, at the end, nobody will laugh at her. Jay avoids feedback. If the teacher tells him how to improve an assignment he has been working on, he takes it personally. Anne knows that to improve, she needs to listen to constructive criticism. She also understands that it's not her that is being assessed, but the results of her work on that one day. Jay always takes the easy road. For example, he likes escalators and hates to take the stairs. When he is practicing the guitar, he stops the moment he's getting stuck. Anne usually doesn't even take escalators. She jumps up the stairs, counts every step in her head, and enjoys feeling the blood rushing through her veins. She practices the drums every morning for 15 minutes. Not that she always enjoys it, but she knows that effort is part of a journey to a more fun life. Anne likes to see others succeed. It inspires her. She knows that if she motivates her friends to get better, she herself is likely to grow too. If his friends try new things and succeed, Jay feels threatened. He's afraid that their success will put pressure on him to do more with his life too. Modern companies look for employees with a growth mindset because they solve problems and persist despite obstacles. To spot the right ones, some ask during the interview whether the job applicant believes if managers are born or if management is a skill learned. Jay thinks that managers are born. Anne gets the job. Neuroscientists support the idea. They confirm that the brain grows like any other muscle in the body, with training. Studies show that adopted twins tend to have higher intelligence compared to their siblings who stayed with their biological parents. The difference appears to come from the higher educational levels of adoptive parents and shows that nurture is more important than nature. A simple switch in how a person views a situation can mean the world of difference. Not just the outcome of that situation, the outcome of that person's place in life. As the late poet Samuel Beckett once said, "Ever tried? Ever failed? No matter. Try again. Fail better." What do you think about the concept? Is it overly simplistic? And if you buy the idea, do you believe it is possible to make a permanent switch from a fixed to a growth mindset? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below.
I hope this video has been able to give you a clear concept about the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. So remember, our skills are your intellect can develop with time, effort, and dedication. With this, let's move on to the praise process. Often when we praise someone, one of the languages that we use is, "You're smart, you're good, you're brilliant, you're excellent." That's something that we use very often, but that's something which I would highly recommend you to stop. And why do I say that is, whenever we praise, we need to praise the effort and not the intellect. Often you see the people who are best in the class are not the ones who become very successful in life. And the reason why it happens is, often when you praise someone for their intellect, ego comes into play immediately. They feel good about it and they do not want to lose the name or the tag that they've been given. For example, if a teacher tells you you're very, very smart, you don't want to lose that tag or the impression the teacher has about you. So what they try and do is they try and refrain from trying new things. When this happens, you will see they do not learn and they do not keep pushing themselves. But how you actually go about praising people is praise them for the effort. So when I say praise the effort, let me give you an example. If someone is playing football and and that person is defended really well, he's not only defended well, but he's coordinated the game from the back as well. Okay, he's asked people to go front, come back, called out people, asked for the ball. throughout the game, he's not only playing, but he's guiding the team as well. At the end of the game, if you just tell him, okay, you played really well, he feels good about it, but he doesn't know what you're talking about exactly. But if you are more clear and you tell him, you control the team really well, you pass the ball well, you guided the team well, you see, he understands why he's being praised. So the next time when he's playing football again, he is going to put an extra effort and do that more often. So you see, there you are actually helping him grow. So we need to praise the effort. The next, we're going to look at how do we praise a person. First thing that we need to do is praise the special effort. Let me give you an example again. Going back to football again, the same person, his effort to guide the team, his effort to pass the ball, his effort to play the game as a team. So those are special things that he is doing. So when you recognize the special effort, you will see they do that more often. The next one, talk on difficulty or complexity. He's played really well, but they have lost the match. Let them know how difficult the match was. The opponent was a senior team. For if that was the case, if you let them know about how complex the game was, they still played really really well. You see, they get motivated, and the effort that they have put in that particular game, and the next game, you see the effort's going to be even more. The next, learning something new. In this, let's go to our school days. Often when we have learned something new, we're not appreciated very often, okay, or we're not recognized for it. When you appreciate someone for learning something new, you would be surprised how much you can actually motivate them. So every time you see someone has learned something new, go ahead and appreciate them for that particular effort, and you'll see that that person will actually put in more effort to do the same thing. The next one, improving on something. Often, one of the big challenges we have in schools, colleges, is your problem with maths. Okay, the difficulty out there. That's a fixed mindset again I'm talking about. But what we need to do there is, how do you help someone improve? For example, if a particular person uh, has failed in maths, he or she has got 15 out of 100. That's a fail marks. So what you can do is, and he's put in some effort, and in the following exam, he's got 23. There's an improvement, right? If you go to that particular student and tell him or her that, okay, see, you have put in effort and you have improved, you would be surprised to see the same person's results in the next exam, because his effort is being recognized and he's improved on something. With that motivation, that person is going to go a long way. The last one is use of strategies. When someone tries something for the first time, and if they failed, please do not laugh at that. They're trying something that they're not aware of. They're using their creativity. What we need to do is push them, say, okay, you have tried something new, maybe you have not been successful yet, but you can improve. In this way, you actually encourage them and help them move ahead. It's important for us to understand the praise process, and we need to praise the effort and not the intellect. Now let us quickly look into another video which talks about the praise process.
So check this out. Carol Dweck and her colleagues wanted to look into the impacts that praise had on children's development. So what they did is they took over 400 fifth grade students from all across the nation, and they did a really simple yet interesting study. Here's how it went down. They gave all the kids a really, really easy nonverbal IQ test. There were 10 questions, and at the end of the test, they praised all the children in one of two ways. The first group was praised for their intelligence. So they said, wow, great job, You must be really smart at this. Now, the second group was praised for their effort. So they said, wow, great job. You must have worked really, really hard at this. Now, this is a really subtle difference, but the impact it had is incredible. So after praising the kids and getting them divided up into the two groups, they gave them all an option for their next test. The first option was, hey, this next test is going to be a little bit harder, but it's going to be a great opportunity to learn and grow. Now, the second option was, this next test will be similar to the first, and you will surely do well on it. Now, the interesting thing is, out of the group that was praised for their intelligence, 67% of them chose the easier option, while 92% of the kids who were praised for their effort chose the harder test. This is unbelievable to think about, how just the subtle difference in the way that they were praised had such an impact. Carol Dweck explains why this happens.
The child or adult hears, oh, you think I'm brilliant and talented. That's why you admire me. That's why you value me. I better not do anything that will disprove this evaluation. As a result, they enter a fixed mindset, they play it safe in the future, and they limit the growth of their talents. Whereas focusing on the strategies they use, the way they're stretching themselves and taking on hard tasks, the intense practice they're doing, those are the kinds of things that say to a child or an older athlete, it's about the process of growth. As a result, they don't feel, oh, if I make a mistake, you won't think I'm talented. They think, oh, if I don't take on hard things and stick to them, I'm not going to grow.
So here you see the praise process can create a lot of difference. So next time when you step out to praise someone, think twice about what are you going to say. The next we're going to talk about the power of yet, one of the strategies that you can use to push yourself. A lot of the times what I say very often is self-talk is very, very important. And how you do self-talk is talking positively about yourself to yourself. And when I find things very, very difficult, I just add one word, and that's yet. Yet can change anything negative into a positive sentence. Our example here, I can't do this. You're creating a block within yourself or creating a block in your head. If you just add yet, you are internally creating a belief. There's possibility that I can do it. There's a belief that I can't do it. I can't do this yet, but I can do it sometime later. Similarly, I'm not good at this. If you just add yet, you're creating a belief I can do it. Another example, I don't understand this. When you use these negative sentences to yourself, we create a block for ourselves. Okay, but when you add yet to it, you start creating a belief saying, okay, I can do it. It doesn't work yet. It doesn't work yet, but it will work sometime. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, but it can make sense, right? So it's about creating a belief. So understand the power of yet. Yet is one of the strongest sentences that you can use to change a negative into a positive sentence. The next one, the most dangerous word, I can't. I can't make money. I can't do this. I can't do business. I can't play sports. I can't lead. I can't talk in public. This is one of the negative sentences, and the word can't creates a belief in yourself saying, okay, it's not possible. So it's a negative talk that you're doing. But you can change this by just adding one word, yet. You can change all of this by one word, and you can change anything positive by adding one word, yet. Mindset in terms of progress. Remember, progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. When you're talking about progress, a lot of us, what we do is We just look at the end results. What we need to understand is life is a journey and not a destination. It's important to move closer to where we want to be. So we need to be a better person from what we were yesterday. So today I need to be a better person from yesterday, and tomorrow I need to be a better person from today. So we need to appreciate our efforts on a daily basis. That's the way we actually need to see our end goal. You achieve the results, it's good. But remember, once you achieve something, you need to start aiming higher. The next one is your mindset in health. And when it comes to health, a lot of us believe that we need to lose weight. Remember, to change your body, you must first change your mind. When it comes to a fixed mindset, a lot of people believe, okay, I'll try this for the next 2 weeks. If it doesn't work, I'm stopping it. And that's a belief that a lot of people have. And that's a fixed mindset. To change your body, it needs to be a progress. For example, cut down on your intake of sugar, cut down on your intake of alcohol, cut down on your intake of in terms of calories. Increase your time exercising. Start exercising. A fixed mindset gives up immediately, but a person who has a growth mindset understands that change is a long-term a process, and which you need to follow. Reduce your intake of sugar, reduce your intake of alcohol, increase your time you exercise, stay focused, and in the long run you will actually see the changes. The next one, your mindset in sports. Can you all recognize this person? A cute little boy. Now can you recognize him? I'm sure you must have got him by now. He's Michael Phelps, the most celebrated Olympian in the history of sports. So here are some facts about Michael Phelps. He is the most celebrated Olympian. In Athens in 2004, he won 6 gold and 2 bronze medals. In Beijing 2008, he won 8 gold. London 2012, he won 4 gold and 2 silver medals. In Rio 2016, he won 5 golds and 1 silver. In total, he's got 23 gold, 3 silver, and 2 bronze medals. But Michael Phelps wasn't always like this. When he was young, he was diagnosed with ADHD, which is attention deficiency hyperactivity disorder, which makes it very difficult for you to focus. When he was very young, he found it very difficult to focus on things, and he would often be seen standing next to the lifeguard's tent and not practicing. Fast forward to today, his coach says focusing is Michael's ability, and that's what sets him apart. Since the time he started preparing for the Olympics, he practiced 365 days. That means, including your weekends, Saturdays, and Sundays, he never took an off. What Michael believed is the Sundays gave him 52 extra days of practice. He practiced without fail every day. So it's a mindset that we have to actually create that sets us apart. I'm not saying all of us can be Michael Phelps. He is genetically gifted with long legs, long hands, but his effort that he put that sets him apart is why he's the most celebrated Olympian. So remember, with mindset, anything can change. The next one, mindset in business. We need to understand that we need to learn through failures. A lot of us, big organizations, what we try and do is we try and hire the smartest people from the best colleges. But once they join the organization, what we do, we ask them to follow a process, often limiting them from their potential. What we often do out there is we reward people for achieving targets, not for being creative. We need to peop- change the way we actually work with people once we hire them. Managers who have growth mindset help people develop. Okay, so when people develop, the managers grow as individuals and the organization grows. So whenever you are looking for to hire some managers, ensure you have uh, growth mindset is one of the topics that we look at. Now with the industry moving into the agile way of solving problem, remember it's your each step that actually completes a race or completes a project. So each step that we're looking at, breaking it down into smaller parts, it's very, very important. Problems are there, but it's your each step that actually helps you solve the bigger problem. And the last one is encourage a learning culture. When you're talking about a learning culture, what we do, most organizations, is we have maybe 100 or 200 trainings scheduled over a year, and an employee must complete so many hours to achieve the targets. So what most employees do is they attend those trainings to ensure that they have met the targets. But what we actually need to do is try and see what actually motivates them, what helps them to move ahead. So when you actually help them develop a skill that interests them, that's when you actually create a learning culture in the organization. The next one is mindset with money. When it comes with money, a lot of people believe I am poor, I don't have money, I never will. Remember, when you say I don't, you're creating a belief that you can't do it. Okay, and that creates a blockage itself. So let's understand how a fixed mindset and a growth mindset sounds when it comes to money. A fixed mindset says I can't afford it. A growth mindset says how can I afford it? Remember, when you say how can I afford it, we're not talking about taking loans or using a credit card. It's more about trying to see how you can prepare to buy something that you want. When it comes to money, a fixed mindset believes play it safe. Hence, you invest your money on things that don't give you high returns. But a growth mindset says learn how to manage your money. So you don't become a slave to your money, but money starts working for you. A fixed mindset says focus on academics literacy. A growth mindset says focus on financial and academics literacy. Because what we do is we study for 16 to 20 years with the end motive to manage or do well in life. But one of the topics that is usually ignored globally is financial literacy. So we need to understand that financial literacy is as important as academics. The next one, I work for money, fixed mindset. A growth mind says, my money works for me. When in business, a person with a fixed mindset says, I'll pay myself last. But a growth mindset, a person says, pay myself first. Remember, in any business that you have created as well, you are an employee and you need to get your share of pay. Your profits come a little later. Money. One person that I look up to is Robert Kiyosaki. His book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, has been an inspiration to me. What he says, broke is temporary, but poor is eternal. Thank you so much for staying with us till the end of the session. We hope the session has been insightful. Please note this is just an introduction to the growth mindset. If you would like to know some more about the concept of growth mindset and some strategies as to how you can implement growth mindset in your daily lives, please reach out to us. Our website is www.advantagelearn.com. We have a presence on Facebook and Instagram. You can search for us at Advantage Learn there. We also have a presence on LinkedIn. You can search for us with the name EDvantage Learn 07. If you'd want to get in touch with us, please email us at advantagelearn@gmail.com. If you would like to talk to us, you can call us at 99164 78830. Thank you so much once again for being with us. Thank you and have a good day.